The icon bar directly above the graph editor is incredibly useful. The first thing that it's got that I'm going to talk about is this stats bar. The stats bar will allow me to use data entry methods to adjust keyframes. The keyframe that I've got selected is happening at frame 12, that is the apex of my torus's ascent, and right now that apex is 8.012. If I don't like those messy numbers, I can just remove them, and now the torus will ascend exactly 8 units. I can select this keyframe on the end. It is dropping back down to 5 units, but maybe I want it to drop all the way down to 3 units. So this stats bar will let me adjust any keyframe. The first box in stats shows me the time. The second box shows me the change. If I didn't want this to happen at frame 24, I could type in a different frame number. And that makes it super easy for me to adjust animations very easily. I will skip a few items over and talk about some of the really basic things that we can do with Beziers. First, by default, my curve is a spline. It's very curvilinear. There's an icon here, this one, that will allow me to change that, so I'm using linear tangents. And now you see that I get a very straight line everywhere. So now the torus goes up, up, and it just hits each of those points very crisply. That's because there is no longer any ease or slow to the curve point. Let me undo, and now you can see the curve gradually eases in. That's what the spline does. It'll ease into each of the keyframes. With a linear handle, it won't. It'll just go from point A to point B. This is great for any kind of robotic animation that you want to do, but not necessarily for organic shapes. Next, I've got a plateau tangent. If my tangent handles are not perfectly straight, like so, but I want them to be, this will allow me to flatten those tangent handles back out so that I can start over. After that, I've got kind of a fun one, and that is the step tangent. The step tangent will allow me to simply change states. So between frames 1 and 12, the torus will stay here on the ground. At frame 12, it'll just pop up. And then at frame 24, it'll pop down. So a step tangent will allow you to change states. Character animators use this to block out animation before they're really ready to commit to their keys, because it makes it easy for you to troubleshoot and find out where the problems are before you start your tweening. We're not ready for that just yet. We're going to do just straight up keyframing. So I'm going to move back to these nice flat tangents. The other thing I'd like to show you is this button right here, and what this does is allows me to break my Beziers. So at present, when I move one half of the Bezier handle, the other half moves as well. By breaking the tangent handle with this little V-shaped icon, now I can move one half and then the other half, so they can be moved independently. So the important things I want you to know about this upper toolbar are the stats boxes that let you edit your keyframes really simply, the linear, flat, and stepped tangent handles, and finally the broken tangent handle button. That one's really useful. By the way, if you ever need to get rid of a keyframe, all you have to do is window select and press delete, and now that keyframe is gone. So that is the graph editor, and it makes it very easy for you to see, edit, and really control those animation curves.